Jen here, and I have a layout for you for the Leap into Multi-Photo Layouts YouTube hop going on today. We're celebrating Leap Day. Is it called Leap Day? I think so. Is there another name for it? No, I don't know. We'll go ahead and call it Leap Day. For some reason, it just doesn't sound right to me. I think because we always just say leap year, but it's Leap Day. Ignore that I just said all of that. Let me start again. Happy Leap Day! It's the 29th today, and because we have an extra day in our year, we are celebrating by adding some extra pictures onto our layouts. So a whole bunch of us have gotten together and are celebrating the multi-photo layouts. And you guys know this is out of my comfort zone. So I was really excited when I was asked if I wanted to participate, because I do definitely need that extra little nudge to add more photos to my layouts. I'm not really sure what it is. I do really like a single photo layout. When I'm looking at layouts on Pinterest and stuff like that, I tend to gravitate towards the single photo layouts, but I enjoy multi-photo layouts too, and I really love how creative people can get with putting a ton of pictures onto a layout. So this is definitely the little kick in the butt that I needed to kind of be a little bit more intentional and think about my layouts more and how I can put extra pictures onto them. I think too, because I spent a lot of years doing project life, and that kind of, you're putting tons of pictures into pockets, and so I felt like because the pocket pages were a little bit busier when I was doing 12 by 12 layouts, I didn't want them to be quite as busy. Those were kind of the moment where I could let one very specific picture shine, or, you know, kind of tell a story that was a little bit more detailed or elaborate, and so I didn't often need multiple pictures to do that. I had the pockets where I could put tons of pictures, and so I was really deliberate about which pictures I was printing that were going to be 12 by 12 and which pictures I was printing that were going to go into the pocket pages. And so even though I stopped Project Life for 2018 to try something a little bit different, you still get into that habit. That's kind of just how I had been doing things for so long, that even when I was doing my Traveler's Notebook monthly inserts, I was still kind of printing my pictures that way. So going through my Traveler's Notebooks, you'll see that I have lots of little teeny tiny pictures that I've put into those inserts, and I still spent 2018 scrapbooking single pictures on my 12 by 12 layouts. I do find, because I've been doing the Stretch the Sketch series, that really gets me out of that comfort zone when I'm doing 2-page spreads, and I'll put tons of pictures onto a 2-page spread. On the last one I did for February, I have like 20 pictures onto those 2 pages. And I don't know why, that just makes more sense to me when it's 2 pages. But yeah, I'm really going to work hard to get some more single 12 by 12 layouts with multiple pictures on them. So thank you for that kick in the butt that I needed to get that done. And I also, here you see too, I'm doing 2 pictures, but they're going in different directions. And so I think for me that's something else that kind of creates a bit of a mental block when I have one picture that's portrait and one picture that is horizontal or landscape. Or sometimes I might have, say, 2 pictures that are portrait and one picture that is landscape. And so I'm always having to try to think how I can be creative and put those onto my layout without doing the same thing over and over again. So this hop is definitely going to be great to kind of give me a lot of ideas on how to get extra pictures, because I don't tend to cut my pictures into shapes. I will crop them a little bit and I will cut them down if I need to, or in this layout I'm going to overlap the two pictures. So I do a lot of that kind of stuff. And definitely I print my pictures at all different sizes. So if I have a whole bunch of tiny photos, I have less problems putting all of those onto one layout. But still, when I was going back and kind of looking through my albums to see just how often I do multi-photo layouts, I noticed that when I'm doing multi-photo layouts, I'm still generally only scrapping one 4x6. So I've probably taken, say, 2 pictures and printed them as a collage still on that 4x6 size, but I have 2 4x3 pictures, or I have like 6 2x2 pictures, but I'm still only scrapping that one 4x6 sheet. Even if I cut them apart, I'm kind of still locked into that idea of one 4x6. So I really have to start kind of thinking outside the box a little bit about that and getting a little bit more brave to add extra pictures. I also love doing a lot of embellishment, so I think that's part of it too, that the more space that's taken up with pictures, I feel like it's less space that I can embellish. But this year I've really set a goal for myself to embrace that simplicity and just really enjoy layouts that are simple and that maybe focus more on the quality of the elements or the texture of the elements or the intentional placement of the elements over just having a ton of elements on the layout. So this one is definitely a more simple layout because also it's a companion layout. So for my Wild Whisper design team layout this week, I did a companion page to this one. I'm not quite sure in my album how they're going to fall, if they're going to be side by side or if they're going to be back to back. So I didn't want to do a 2-page spread, but I did kind of want, because they're part of the same story, I wanted them to be fairly similar to each other. So I'm just going to call them companion layouts. So the other one is using the same background paper, only it's black and white, and I did the smushing technique with the watercolors on the other one too, but just directly onto the background. It also has the 3 strips of paper, but they're going up and down instead of side to side. So lots of very similar elements. And I'm using I don't think I said this yet, I'm using the Where to Next collection from Wild Whisper. So it's this really great travel collection, brand new to this quarter, and it had a bunch of airplane elements to it. So I pulled all of those out to use on the 2 pages. So the other page has like suitcases and stuff like that, and this one I'm going for more of those airplanes. So let's see, I used 2 manufacturer strips, and then in between them I used just a strip of the paper that has they look like little stamps, but they're in all different colors. So the bottom manufacturer strip says Where to Next, which is the name of the collection. And because it's in the green, that's why I used the green in my mixed media. I just wanted to pull that up into the background of the paper. And then the other strip says, I think it says So Much World, So Little Time, which I thought was really cute because we love to travel. My daughter loves to travel. We usually road trip though, so that's why I thought these pictures were extra special to scrapbook, because this is actually her first time on a plane way back in 2009. So she was only 4 years old, and we were headed home to visit for Easter, and she was just super excited about being on the plane. So they let us board a little bit early so that she could kind of poke around a little bit and acclimate herself and get herself adjusted. So It was pretty exciting. So I pulled out the Say Yes to New Adventures because it was a new adventure for her, and there's a couple of those little plain die cuts that all comes from their ephemera pack that goes with the collection. And then I pulled out the little stamp, the little yellow stamp that says book flights, and then the other one that has the airplane on it, I actually painted that with watercolor. It was white in the background, but it was just kind of blending in and didn't really stand out. So I went ahead and used my watercolors to paint it yellow so it kind of matched the other one. And then there's a flare in there, and I did some stamping. I used the license plate stamp that they have from their road trip collection. And so I put Ottawa because we were flying to Ottawa, and then around the border I stamped Alberta to Ontario because that is what our flight was. We flew from Alberta to Ontario. So really a very basic layout, but I just love all of the little elements, and I love the different textures, and yeah, I think it's going to look really cute in my album. So my finishing touch is just some sequins from KaezMum scraps, and I'm just going to scatter those all over. Oh, I did add a title too with these October Afternoon alpha stickers. They don't quite match that kind of peachy pink color that's in the collection, but I think they're a close enough match that they go really well, and I did use them on the other layout too, so I wanted to use them on this one. So I just put the title "Off We Go" around that flare. And that's it. That's my layout. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, you can leave them for me down below. And the links to everybody else in this hop are down below as well. So please go check them out and show them some love. Until next time, happy scrapping. Bye.